Alrighty, I am not going to get out of this chair until I've thought of every single question that I can possibly answer for you of how to lose weight. The only cuts you're going to see are the ones that I stutter or just for your attention span, because I want to make this a convenient video for you, so I think we should just get straight into it. Let's talk about it immediately with how to lose weight. Well, you're going to want to look at your calories, because calories in versus calories out is the foundation of how to lose weight. It's connected to all the special diets out there like carnivore or keto or something else that you might be interested in. It is the foundation of how those work, because you are eating less calories than you burn, therefore you're burning fat off your body. But how do you know what calories you should be consuming? Well, then you're just going to have to go to a simple website that tells you your maintenance calories. This is going to be an average guess. It's the best guess it can give you based off the information that you give it. So it's going to give you a number of what it thinks is your maintenance calories. This is how you stay at the same weight that you are right now. After that, you go around 500 to 800 calories below that, and you're going to be losing around 1 pound per week after that. How do you make sure that you know you're eating that amount of calories? Well, that's where you have to track. People don't like tracking for some reason, and I think it's kind of just absurd. I think you should get into the love of tracking, because it's going to just be the easiest way to know you're doing things right. And I don't see any other reason why you wouldn't want that. Get used to tracking. It's very easy and it doesn't take you that much time. Eventually you might become really, really good at it, or you can just not need to track as much anymore because you've learned it. But if you don't know it at all, I recommend that you learn it, and then you'll have the skills for you to solidify the fact that you are eating the right amount of calories that you need to be eating in order to lose weight. But what if you just don't feel that good when losing weight? Well, then you probably have a macronutrient issue. You're either not eating enough protein, not eating enough fats. They can disrupt your hormones if you're not eating enough fats. You could also be not eating enough carbs, which a lot of people just completely wipe out of their diet, but they are our preferred energy source. So if we want a little bit of them to feel good throughout the day, we want to use our preferred energy source just to energize us throughout the day, and especially our workouts. But I thought carbs aren't a necessary macronutrient. Yes, they're not necessary, but they're a macronutrient for a reason. There's only 3, and if we just completely wipe out one of the 3, I don't really see why that would be a good thing. It's a third for a reason, and it's because it's so important in fueling us throughout our day and in our workouts to make sure our strength is there to continuously progress in the gym, which is a foundational aspect of how to lose weight. Callum, does my workout need to change when I want to lose weight? Absolutely not. It should stay the same. You should be continuously trying to get stronger in the lifts you're doing week after week. It might not happen every single week where you go up in strength or weight or reps or anything. Just know that you should be trying to increase in just progress in general in all your lifts that you're doing, because this is a good sign that you're maintaining the muscle that you have built, so that you lean down and you look at your amazing body that you've built. But Callum, what about those supplements that are labeled, "This is gonna burn the fat off my body"? Those are typically just a marketing scheme. Some supplements are actually really good and just gonna aid in the process of fat loss. Like, in my opinion, omega-3s, magnesium are so super useful for just the fat loss journey in general, for just helping your sleep and just overall helping you get your fat intakes properly in. But there's no supplement that's going to just magically make you burn fat off your body without you changing anything in your day-to-day life. What about cardio though? Do I need to do anything in that area in order to make sure that I'm losing weight in the best way possible? Well, you're actually on track to a good thought. That's a great thought. You should be getting around 8,000 to 12,000 steps a day. I understand if you haven't focused on walking at all that that's a high number. It can seem like that, especially if you're only averaging 3,000 to 4,000. But what I recommend is just trying to get a little bit more every single week. If you wake up a little bit earlier and just go for a 30-minute walk, you're probably going to be up around 1,000 to 3,000 more than you are already used to in your day-to-day life. So that's already an amazing step. But we want to just work towards that 8,000 to 12,000 steps a day, because one, is going to be an incredibly useful tool in helping you lose weight, and also it's a very simple, easy cardio to do. I know lots of people that don't focus on steps but focus on a very fun sport they do, or they like running or anything like that. But if you run every day, it's going to be very just fatiguing in general, and you won't be able to maintain it for a long time. But if you run every few times a week, this would be a good cardio to do, especially for your heart health in general. But let's say you have a sport you like to do, this is also a great cardio as well. So those are different types of cardio where it's like high intense, and it's going to help burn a little bit of calories throughout the week as well, which is a good thing. But I always preach walking, because it is such a sustainable thing to do, and you can do it every single day without reaping any recovery issues. But Callum, let's circle back to protein, and how much should I be eating if I'm trying to lose weight? Well, it should be the same no matter what you're doing with your body, around 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of what you weigh. Now, there is a difference if, let's say, you are a bigger person and you weigh around 300 pounds. Well, obviously 1 gram per pound of what you weigh is a lot. So you wouldn't necessarily do that. You could try 0.7 grams per pound of that 300, or just try and get 150 to 180. You would be fine from there, because typically protein intake is supposed to be relative to how much muscle you have in your body relative to also your weight. Obviously, we see signs that 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of what you weigh is helpful for you, especially for building muscle and just overall health benefits in general. But that 1 gram per pound of 300 pounds is a lot. So just try and get 150 to 180 if that's your case. Other than that though, just follow that basic rule that I already said. Is sleep important though? I'm a busy person and it's gonna be tough to lose weight as well as get good quality sleep with my busy day-to-day life. Well, unfortunately, the short answer is yes, it's very important, and just making sure that your hunger levels throughout the day is normal, and just overall 7 to 9 hours of sleep is going to change your life if you make sure and prioritize that. Don't be on your phone 30 minutes to an hour before you go to bed, and don't wake up and immediately go on your phone. That's just gonna mess up your day-to-day life in general. What about fun foods though? I wanna be able to eat the fun foods instead of just focusing on the boring bland foods when trying to lose weight. That's all I see on social media. Well, in my opinion, you can always manage it in your calorie deficit. I think about a rule like 80% whole foods and 20% fun foods, because you can fit it in your calorie goal, because at the end of the day, it's just calories in, calories out. So you can hit the majority of your macronutrients and then have like a slice of pie and then reward yourself at the end of the day with a treat that fits in your calorie goal, because then you'd still be losing weight and you're not gonna cheat on your diet because you're already having fun with it. I'm running out of questions. Oh, I got one. How do I stay full when trying to lose weight? I keep getting hungry on a diet. Well, this is just your protein and fiber problems, because you can focus on that stuff and it's gonna help you stay full throughout the day if you keep getting a high protein diet in, and just focus on fiber heavy foods, because this also helps with your hunger levels as well. So that's your fruits, vegetables, even beans for one would be helpful for there. Or you could eat high volume, low calorie foods. I've known some people that literally just eat a head of lettuce and that just ties them over in hunger wise. Or we could do this in a little bit easier route and eat higher quantity foods like potatoes. They're lower in calories and you can eat a bunch of them. So it just stuffs everything in your stomach, and therefore you're not as hungry because you're eating properly or choosing the smart route instead of just the head of lettuce route. But what about drinking? Am I allowed to drink while I'm trying to lose weight? Yes and no. It's a tricky subject and fine line, because I think the odd drink here and there with your spouse or friends is great, because it's going to be manageable. You can track it and it fits in your calorie goal. You're good. That's great. But if you're the type of drinker where you drink a ton of drinks, so that's already a bunch of calories there, and then you also order food, this is the problem that's messing up your diet, because also you're getting hungover the next day. Therefore, your diet on the next day is getting messed up, as well as you're eating now in a calorie surplus because you just consume so many calories. So that part of drinking, maybe don't do, but the odd drink here and there, and if you track it, that's completely fine and completely manageable. But what content do I watch, or how do I stay accountable when I'm trying to lose weight? Well, you can either like and subscribe and join the community of Keeping Fitness Simple, or you can click the link in the description and apply for one-on-one coaching with me, and we'll book a call and see if we're a good fit together. But I think that's every single question that's popped in my head about losing weight that I can think of, at least while this camera's rolling. But if there's anything that I missed, be sure to comment it, and I'll make another one of these and be sure to answer it. But besides that though, be sure to have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one.